Hello YouTube! It is Cuber with a new and improved tutorial for the Zap effect after my last tutorial got cut off halfway through. Silly me. I apologize that it took me so long to bring you guys a new one after failing the first one. After about 5 days of bringing my computer back from the dead, after I wasn't particularly careful about building programs from source, and 3 days of trying to get a working tutorial that had sound in it and didn't get cut off, I'm starting to like Unix a little bit less. But it's a learning experience, so just gonna roll with the punches and... oop, there go my speakers. Roll with the punches and try again until I make it right. Also, I'd like to apologize to D-Man009. I have a bit of a cold today, so I probably won't sound like Jesus in voice form. But, as long as you can still understand me, that's what matters, right? Now, Zap Effect, as you know, alters the colors and the sound of a video, so it's a combo effect. And it's actually a pretty easy effect to apply. I'm going to show you how to do it two different ways, the open source way and the Windows way. So if you have Windows and you have Sony Vegas, you should see the video effect at the end of the tutorial, whereas if you don't have access to Windows, you should stick around for the open source section. I'm going to begin by doing the audio effect with Audacity. Now, these instructions apply whether you're using Windows or an open source system. And I'm going to import my audio. I'm going to use the TriStar logo today, and you'll notice that I have it separated from the logo itself and uncompressed. That's an extra step I have to take in FreeBSD because their version of Audacity doesn't come with FFmpeg support. However, on Windows, you shouldn't have to worry about that. You can just import the MP4. Before I begin, I'm just going to resample this. This isn't part of the effect. This is optional. I just like to have everything at 48,000 Hertz. And then amplify it so that it's at full volume. Now, what the Zap effect does is it just takes advantage of the losses of quality brought about by changing pitches in Audacity by just having a bunch of pitch changes that end up making the audio sound like crap. So we are going to listen to this before I destroy it. It sounds beautiful, but it won't for long. So, to begin, we are going to apply a pitch shift of plus 12 semitones. You're going to make sure that the use high quality stretching is turned off. Then we're going back to change pitch and undoing that, so minus 12 semitones. Then we're going back to change pitch, applying a change of pitch of negative 18 semitones twice. Then we're going to go back to change pitch and undo that, add 18 semitones twice. Now let's have a listen. Ah, yes, a sound only a cuber could love. Now that's it for the audio effect, so I'm just going to export this as TriStar. that should be good. And exit. Now we're getting to the video effect, and I will first show you using an open source program, Kdenlive. I'll just set my, I have to go through this procedure to set my settings. We're going to add our video using the add clip button right here. And where is TriStar? Here we are. Don't update profile. Never update profiles, only villains do that. So we've added our video, and Kdenlive likes to crash when I preview the video, so I will actually not preview the video. I will show you a good still. A good representative still. There we go. So the video effect, the long and short of it is you are going to invert one of the color channels and flatten out the other one, like set it to the same level. Now before I get into the video effect, I'm just going to mute my original audio and add clip, add my new zapped audio. And then we are going to start adding our color effects. There's some flexibility in which channels you can work with. You can invert anyone you want and flatten anyone you want, although obviously they can't be the same. But I'm going to show you the quote-unquote default configuration, where I invert the blue channel and flatten the red channel. I like that combination because it ends up giving a mix of some pretty nice colors, some light pinks, dark greens, you know, there's sea blue and marigold. So let's go to color correction and add levels. I should mention that this effect works best when applied to videos that have a good selection of colors. This has, you know, blues and yellows. Those are opposites. So that's pretty good, and white. Whereas if you had a video that was black and white, you know, it wouldn't be as exciting. So with my first level effect, I'm going to alter the blue channel. This input black level and input white level represent the color curve, or the color line, I should say, of the blue channel's input, meaning before I mess with it. Now, these I generally don't touch, whether I'm using Vegas or open source. It's the output that I want to mess with. Basically, I'm just going to flip the blue channel line so that if the input is like this, the output is like this. So I'm going to have more blue in my output where there was less blue in my input, and vice versa. To do that, you can see I have black output set to 0 and white output set to 1000. I'm just going to switch those. Set that to 1000 to 0. So blue channel has been inverted. In Sony Vegas, the equivalent to input black level is input start, input white level is input end. Black output is output start, and white output is output end. So I will be showing you how to do this in Sony Vegas, but you can pretty much pick up how to do it using Kdenlive alone. Don't mess with any of the other settings, don't change the gamma, don't show histogram, and now we're going to add another one. This time I'm going to do the green channel. Now this I said I was going to flatten, and by that I mean if the color curve was originally this for the green channel, it's now going to be like this. I'm going to set the green level to be half of maximum throughout the entire video. And to do that, I'm just going to change the endpoints of the color line from 0 and 1000 to 500 and 500. And now you can see those nice colors I was talking about. You see these deep greens, sea blue, marigold, you know, you have this neon orange, you have these pinks. So this is why I like inverting the blue channel and flattening the green channel, because it gives you a nice selection of bright, vibrant colors. But obviously you can choose any color channel you want. You know, the more you experiment with it, the more cool things you should find. So I'm just going to save this project. I won't bother adding my corner logo yet because I want to finish the tutorial. So I'll just do TriStar Setup 2 .kdenlive. And I am now done with the video effect for Kdenlive. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to do it in Sony Vegas, and there are actually two different ways to do it. Now we are in my Windows computer. I won't bother redoing the audio effect because the instructions will be exactly the same, just using Audacity instead. And what's another good colorful logo? How about the 7 Network logo? That one's nice. Let's go to a good frame. Ah, yes, this one is nice and colorful. You got the entire spectrum right there. So the first way I'm going to show you is pretty similar to how I did in Kdenlive. I'm just going to go to my video track. I'll change the preview quality. Oh, let's not do that. There we go. I'm going to add levels twice. One leveler is going to alter the blue channel, and I'm just going to flip the output start and the output end, like so. Now the second one, I'm just going to alter the green channel, and I'll change the endpoints for the green to 0.5 and 0.5. So, Zap's pretty easy to do with the level effect, but there's a slightly more efficient way to do it using channel blend. So I'm going to add Sony channel blend. Where is it? There we go. Make sure you have it set to the RGBA color space. And just because you want green to be constant throughout the entire video, just set green equal to 0 times green plus 0.5. And you're going to set blue. Now this one requires a little bit of knowledge of math that I won't get into, but you're just going to set it to -1 times blue plus 1. So it starts at 1 when there's no blue, and it goes all the way down until at maximum input blue, there's no output blue. So that covers both ways to apply Zap in Sony Vegas. So now you should pretty much know everything you need to know to apply Zap to your videos. And now I will apply my corner logos and publish these lovely things for you. I hope you... Whoops. Get me out of here. I hope you enjoyed seeing some open source programs in action. And as usual, I hope I can push more effects with open source programs later on. In the meantime, thank you for your time.